Hey, how's it going? It's Friday, July 28th. It's actually been a couple of weeks since the last time I vlogged. I kind of took a break from it because I got burnt out, mostly by work, but partially because I couldn't get the Switch out there. But I finally got it mailed. I think on the last vlog I actually said that, and I confirmed it actually delivered like Monday. So it took about 2 weeks for it to, move. I got an email from the guy who received the Switch. He sent me a couple of pictures just to prove that he got it and set it up. And apparently he had to pay some taxes on it, and so that sucked. But it's not nearly as much as it is as buying a Switch. So hopefully it's not too much. I want to thank everyone for being so patient while I got this done, because I really wanted to make sure to reward you guys. My laptop crashed, so I lost a lot of the names that I had for the first two giveaways. So I'm just gonna take a few names of the more notable commenters, and then just make a quick drawing, and hopefully I just give them a gift card or something, because you guys have been great. I really appreciate you guys hanging in there, liking, favoriting, and all that stuff, but mostly just, being there with me pretty much since the beginning. I found my camcorder. You know what, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but apparently I left it at my aunt's house one weekend, and the reason I couldn't find it was because, that was like the last time I had been at her house was like months ago, so we just never saw them, so they didn't mention it until recently. So I don't know when I can actually get it from her, though, because we would have to, visit her house again. She lives all the way out. It's not Algonquin. She lives in like one of the neighboring cities to Chicago. It's kind of a trip. Like the other day, for the Harry Potter Deathly Hallows anniversary, I think it was like 10 years since the last book came out, we went out to Lombard to do like a cool party with a lot of nerd fighters, and that took me forever to get there, just because I don't know, I thought it was easier just to get on like a street and drive to the area, but I guess like all the GPSs were suggesting I get on a freeway and just drive there. But I just thought, whatever, it's just one street, it was kind of like a straight shot from my we also had like an office party that was downtown, so it was by like North Street. But anyway, just the same old has been kind of going on. I actually talked to a friend of mine about getting started on a project soon, and it's kind of interesting because I've been starting getting a lot of ideas for different kind of things I want to do. So we'll kind of have to work on that. Maybe a mini-series. I don't want to get into too many details with you guys because it might be a while, so I might as well talk about it. But I have a few ideas for like instead of a comedy or like a superhero thing that I was thinking of doing, I think I want to do a thriller / action miniseries. And like my resources are pretty limited, but the ideas I have, to do like in a live action setting are kind of like, if I limit what I do with them, I feel like they could work out pretty well. Like, work within my limitations for right now, but that's just, that's going to be way out, way later on. And then I got a lot of cool ideas for something that is, like an action superhero kind of thing. Well, not superhero, but sci-fi, maybe. That would have to be animated, so there's that. Yeah, sorry about that break. I didn't really expect it to take so long to come back to this. I was just kind of burnt out, and we're having some problems now where our dryer doesn't work, so we can't wash clothes without, spending hours just waiting on it to, tumble dry. So that's been kind of frustrating. And just by getting out of work late really kind of shoots my, energy in the foot, because I kind of just want to, go home, straight home, and just knock out. Well, not knock out, but just go to, just watch TV and zone out. Kind of like I am now. So it's just one of the things I gotta work on. I gotta work on building up my energy, and to that, I hate talking about it, but I would have to, lose the weight. It's a simple problem. It's a simple solution. With a lot of complicated, caveats, I guess. But I mean, that's something I've always been kind of in the back of my mind, been working towards. It's just something I haven't fully committed to. I don't know. I want to say it's hard, but it's complicated. Has anybody heard about the new Cloverfield that was announced? Because there's a lot of for anybody that's interested in the first two Cloverfield movies, Cloverfield and the 10 Cloverfield Lane, there was events going on. That's alternate reality games, ARGs. And this week, the ARGs started for a new Cloverfield movie. I think it was God Particle is the name of the movie, but it's confirmed as the third Cloverfield movie. I know they're not direct sequels. They're a part of the same universe, but they're not related to each other. They're just stories in the same world. But I think it's always interesting that they all have this sort of sub-level to it, because they are connected by their companies, by the people involved. The companies involved with the events of the movie. But I'm really sort of kind of weirded out, because lately I've been looking into the Cloverfield ARGs for the old ones, and I like the the lore. I've been I don't know, for some reason I only saw the first movie once. I hadn't even seen 10 Cloverfield Lane, but I love the history behind both of them. I already have the movie spoiled for me. I pretty much know everything that happens in the movies, because people do their reviews and they spoil them. So, and I'm not a big stickler for spoilers. Not really. I don't like spoiling for other people, and I don't want people spoiling just because I said it was okay, but, if I get spoiled on something, it's not a big deal. I can still enjoy it. The Star Wars movie, I got spoiled by the big death in that one. If you guys have seen not Rogue One, Force Awakens, you guys know which one I'm talking about. But, excuse me. I just ate, so... because I went to get something to eat right after work. But I'm super interested in the ARG because it is the first time that I've actually been able to follow it. Usually when I'm watching Cloverfield, I kind of fall out of it, and it's not until the movie has been out and I catch it on DVD or something, So I might try to follow the ARG on this a little bit closer. If you guys are interested, I might, talk about it as it gets revealed. The only thing I know now is that there's actual in the movies. There's a company called Slusho, or there's a product called Slusho, and there's a truck right now going from town to town actually giving out free drinks. Or is it free drinks? Well, actual drinks from the movies. So I thought that was pretty hilarious. I'm super interested in trying that actually out, but I don't know if they're coming to Chicago. It seems like every day they go to a different city. I think something important, like I think a part of the ARG is that every city they've gone to has a nuclear plant. And that's like amazing that people already are making that kind of a connection already for this kind of stuff. And I'm super excited because we're at a point in the internet where everyone's more involved in this kind of stuff, so they can try to track it. So you can kind of like, if you wanted to, follow people who are like working on this kind of stuff in the now, you know? And I think that's pretty awesome. So if you guys have any interest, I might talk about this stuff a little bit more. It's just something that I suddenly became interested in. I don't like literally. I only heard about this stuff today, but for the last week I've been following up on the Clover stuff. That's why I was weirded out. Like, how did this happen? It could be that like because the IRG is going on, a lot of this stuff got pushed up ahead in like my YouTube pages, and I somehow like clicked into that. But it's weird, and I didn't expect it at all. Like, I started hearing about God Particle maybe a day or two after I started looking into Cloverfield Lane. I was like, oh, that's crazy. They're already, well, whatever, a sequel's getting announced. And then I heard about the AIG. It's pretty awesome. I'm already at like the 12-minute mark, so I'm going to let you guys know, go. If you guys have any more interest, let me know. Expect to hear about the drawing next week. I'm just going to go ahead and pick a name out of a handful of people and then offer a gift card. It'll be like getting into it like in a month or two. I'll start doing actual giveaways again. But for right now, I'm just going to do that because I said I would, and then we'll leave it at that. Thank you.